It is BBC Radio Kent on a Saturday. I am John Holmes, and your inbox, your email inbox, has doubtless this week been stuffed up the guts with companies asking for your consent, like the complete opposite of Harvey Weinstein or Morgan Freeman. But to talk us through how complicated it all is the BBC's financial correspondent, Seb Cloaca. Good morning, Seb.
Hi, John. Hi there. Hiya.
Hi, thanks for joining us. Now, before before we get on to the intricacies of GDPR, I mean,
sure. I'm here to help, John.
Yes, I know. That's why we booked you.
Yeah.
Is the I mean, have you found your inbox all clogged up with it this week, Seb?
Well, my spam box has been rammed, John.
Yeah.
Not just this week, but sure. I mean, everyone's had these emails sort of saying that, we've got to opt in and review terms and stuff. And, John, I'm here because we don't all speak jargonese, do we?
No.
Now, in the past, John, most notoriously with Facebook, very often the data we shared online could be used and freely passed around, rather like my aunt at that christening. Okay?
Yeah.
You with me so far?
Yes.
I want to take this slowly, John.
I haven't been with your aunt, just to be clear.
Okay. Now, Europe has brought in some new regulations about your data, about how it's used and safeguarded. Now, I think we've all learned a lesson from having blithely clicked on the agree button on the terms and conditions page of Facebook, et al, John.
Yeah.
And I know that
Sorry.
That's not my aunt.
You ate an owl.
Can we move on from my aunt?
Yeah.
And I know that we've all been scrupulously looking at the terms and conditions.
I mean, you brought it up.
Our emails.
I didn't bring it up. You did, but
for sure. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
We've been reading those terms and conditions in those emails we've been receiving, just to make sure we don't get caught out this time, and we haven't just blithely clicked on the agree button, have we, John?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. Sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
Because, like we said, nobody wants an unsolicited deposit in their spam box, John, with the exception of my aunt. And for so many, I think people are looking forward almost, John, to purging all those unwanted emails, aren't we? We're all from the local gym to the specialist medical supply company who keep threatening to tell people what you use the rubber bulb for.
Yeah, that's right. What the problem is, of course, is that a lot of people are asking, a lot of people are getting in touch with BBC Radio Kent.
And I'm here to help.
I know. A lot of people are getting in touch with us this morning saying, okay, but what happens to my data? When I withdraw consent, as people are doing, what happens to the data? Because the data doesn't go away, it still exists. And are we going to see a rise in companies going around, essentially dumping, fly tipping your data? We've all... in field, we've all seen it. We've all driven.
John, this is happening.
Dumped data. But hang on, let me finish. When data gets dumped in a field, it's dangerous for wildlife for a start, isn't it? I mean, all data lying around in the countryside choking the farm animals.
Once that data gets into the food chain, you could actually end up eating yourself.
I know, and that's what people are worried about. So what happens to the data? Because a cow can easily choke on a bit of old data, can't it?
Okay, John, it's not about animals, okay? It's actually not about these emails. These companies don't really have to send these emails. It is exactly as you said, John. It's about safeguarding your data. So say, for example... And
sorry, do you want me to...
hypothetical.
Sorry, do you want me to say, for example?
Sorry.
Did you just say...
Sure. I mean, if it helps. Say, for example.
For example.
Great. You don't have to say that bit. You can stop now. No, you can stop now.
Okay. Are you carrying on?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, right, fine.
This is just hypothetical, right? Say you bought a car battery and a couple of
you want me to say I bought a car battery?
No, I said stop.
Well, no, but you said
I'm
say.
here to help. No,
I know.
no, okay, yeah, okay. Because I know, I get it, John. You're a comedian, but people need to sort of know what's going on with their data.
Yeah.
You bought a car battery and a couple of cans of vegetable soup from an online retailer. Now, the question is, John, are they keeping the data that you shared with them, your name, your address, any diagrams you sent them, are they keeping that data safe?
Sorry, are you asking me?
Well, no.
Right,
that
fine.
was rhetorical.
Okay.
Would it be helpful if I sent notes next time?
Yes, because I mean,
No, sure. I'm here to help.
To help.
So I just want this to go smoothly, and I want to help people get through this absolute minefield.
Yeah.
It's not a literal minefield.
No.
Now, in the old days, John, with that data, it was taken on trust. And, well, John, we had those famous data breaches, didn't we, John? Which I haven't got time to Google now, but...
No.
You know, I know...
Sorry, was that rhetorical? Was that what... Sorry.
No,
sorry,
again...
Seb, was that rhetorical?
Sorry, again. No, I'm really sorry. I should have just...
Because if I'd had a note there, I could have known whether that bit was rhetorical.
I completely. But honestly, this is so simple. It's so simple. Now, with GDPR,
right? Okay, yeah.
GDPR, by the way, that stands for the Global Data Party Retreat. No, it's the generally damaged person. Google Dongle Promotion Rabbi. Gary.
Gary, that'd be G. No, you've got that'd be GGGG. That's not.
No. I was trying to. We're not going to worry about the jargonese, you and I, John, because we don't need to know.
We don't speak.
We don't want to know.
No,
and we don't able to know.
Yeah. Can you speak? Sorry, Seb. It's another question. This one's not rhetorical, to be clear. Can you speak jargonese these days, or is that like, doing a Chinese accent or something?
Of course.
Is it offensive to some people?
Yeah. Well, I'm half jargon. My dad
was a
Jargonian.
Yeah.
He's Jargonian,
so you can do that.
I grew up with jargon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything from Arctics, talking about lorries, to semis.
Yeah.
It's like semi-articulated lorries.
Talking about semis. Yep.
So sure. John,
sorry, should we get back to
but you can't, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to help.
Here to help. Good.
All it means, is it means your data has to be stored securely. So that means it's got to be kept offline on a USB stick, sewn into, say, a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Now, not a real hedgehog, John.
Is that more jargon?
No one is advocating that. No, a hedgehog, just like a hedgehog.
Right.
But not a real, no one is saying it has to be, but it has to be just realistic enough to be off-putting.
Right, yes.
Do you see what I mean?
I do see.
No one's going to try and get into that.
Yeah.
Now, if you've ever owned a Rottweiler, John, you don't need me to tell you that they'll eat anything. So maybe a few USB sticks sprinkled over their food.
Yeah.
It's a great way to keep that data safe. And then if you need to retrieve it, you can just retrieve it.
That would make more sense if the dog was a retriever, wouldn't it? If you think about it, rather than
it probably would. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
could a dog be trained? Sorry.
I think previously people were using. Go on.
Sorry, Seb. Can a dog be trained to retrieve data? Could you arguably say? Hang on. I haven't finished the question.
Well, you have to get stuff that makes it taste bad, don't you? Otherwise, they'll just retrieve each other's.
Yeah. Could you? Again,
I couldn't.
Not you, because you're not a dog. Hypothetically, could one dog be trained? So let's use me as an example. Right. So I've accidentally signed up to Wagamama. Right. I don't know how or why, but they've sent me an email.
Is that a dog thing? Is that a tail?
Yeah.
Right.
No. But let's say, all right, bad example. Let's say I'd signed up to Boots. No, that's a cat, Puss in Boots. Let's say I'd signed up to. Doesn't matter where I've signed up. I've just signed up, right? And I've got an email from wherever it was.
Kennel Club.
Yeah.
Sure.
And they've got my data. I want to get that data back, retrieve it. Yeah, because what they're going to, otherwise they're just going to take my data now and dump it in the countryside, fly tip it, or whatever they're going to do with it. Could a dog be trained to go to a company, be it Wagamama or Boots, doesn't matter, and pick up and get your data for you? Could that?
Sure, 100%, John.
Good.
Because I mean, the thing is, once you've given your name and address to a company, well, you can't give it to anyone else, John. You only live in one house, so do you see what I mean? You've got to get that data back just to go home.
Right.
And I know a lot of small businesses have been really worried about this. You know, what are their obligations with all the... But honestly, it is not a big thing. If you're a small business, get a small dog.
Yeah. So that's it. So what sort of... So there will be small businesses listening to this. What sort of dog would you recommend?
Just a dog that does small business.
Yeah.
So...
So like a little...
You want me to say it? I don't want to say it. Are you going to say it?
No, I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No, I'm not saying it.
Say a breed of small dog.
I'm not saying a breed of small dog.
Say the first one. Like, what's the first one that comes to mind, John?
I'm not saying it because it's another word for business.
We all know
it's another word for dog business, isn't it?
We all know what it is.
We all know what dog we're now talking about, but it's a dog.
We're talking about.
I know it doesn't matter what we're talking. I'm not saying it on the radio. You say
an animal menagerie walking around saying, "This is a." There's the breed of the dog.
Yeah. And can you easily?
And we didn't, and that we kept that data safe, and that's good.
Yeah, we did. I think you've cleared it up for us. I think you've.
Thank you. I'm just here to put my hand inside a carrier bag.
Yeah. That's
been turned inside out.
Yeah.
Lower it gently, so as not to smush it.
Yeah.
You know, picking up that data for you.
Yeah. And popping it in the appropriate bin. Yeah. Seb Cloaca, thank you for talking us through the...
Listen, I'm here to help.
I know you are.
Honestly, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. I'd be doing this anyway.
I know. Seb Cloaca, the BBC's financial correspondent. Thank you, Seb.
Thank you.
Say the name of the dog.
No.
Okay.